Hi and welcome Aries, Rose Burnett here from Mind, Body, Soul Balance, and this is your monthly tarot reading for July 2018. It is a general reading. Take from it what you will. Always trust your own inner guidance and intuition when deciphering the messages from the tarot and the oracle, yeah? Now, if you'd like a personal reading with me, attune to your own energy and circumstances, you get to ask up to 2 questions about any area of your life. Link is on this video and in the description box below. If you'd like to win a 30-minute personal reading with me, pop over to my blog. If you subscribe to my blog, which is free, you get lots more content from me. And you'll go into the monthly draw to win a chance at that personal reading. I also, for members that subscribe, you'll get access to an additional reading as a gift from me. Nobody else will get it. You have to opt in for it. Plus, you'll get lots of special member coupons and specials off my personal readings that you won't get anywhere else, right? So, great value. Okay, now let's get started with your reading, Aries. So first up, we're going to be covering life path, life purpose, with the Life Purpose deck, and let's see what you need to know, Aries, in July. So if you're worrying about your finances, your career, or you're a little bit confused about which direction to go next, let's see if we can get you some clarity. Okay, cool. First one up you pulled is practice, all about practicing your skills, your abilities to, it's going to give you more confidence is the message coming through, particularly if you're trying something new, or if you want to get into a new field. It's about mastering the art of what you're trying to go into, yeah? All right, what is it? What else does Aries need to know? You got 2 that still want to fly out. Okay. First up, career change. So if you have been thinking about changing careers, life path, life purpose, you are supported at this time, yeah? It will lead you to abundance if you've been worrying about that. Often we can hold ourselves back out of fear of not knowing. Just know that you are protected at this time. It also says it's going to bring you more joy. I love this card. The Builder card, it means that you derive a great sense of accomplishment and joy from creating and building things, particularly from scratch, yeah? Something I love doing all the time. I do. Okay. Let's see what else you need to know, Aries. Two want to come out for you. Lots of things coming out in 2s. Okay, pull the crystal cards. So it's basically saying that you've got a good connection to crystals. They can help you with your own divine healing as well as helping others in terms of channeling healing energy. I'll tell you, we're working with quite a few crystals today. Kind of got a little over enthusiastic, but I was like, no, we need lots of crystals today. So we have got rose quartz, amethyst, jade for good luck, citrine for success, clear quartz to amplify everything up, hematite for protection. I've also pulled out 3 other like greeny jade coloured crystals. Just felt we need them, plus my selenite wand. So we're all amped up, yeah? We are. As well as imbued the room with the ancient Usui Reiki symbols. Oh my goodness, yeah. Not only, if you're thinking about career change, you've got infinite abundance coming. You are. It does say that you're divinely supported at this time. In terms of your life path, life purpose, it is going to lead you to abundance. Often, sometimes, if you're going, well, okay, I want to do that, but I'm scared about following my life path, life purpose, including my finances. You do have to have a bit of a plan about how you're going to manage that. It's also knowing that if you are going to build something, which is the message coming through, it takes time. Yeah, you do have to have a bit of patience to wait for your abundance to come in. It's going to take consistent effort, and then it will. It will. There's a tipping point. You know, then you have to allow yourself to know when to sit back and receive. Okay, let's pull you one more. What else does Aries need to know? There we go. Just know that you've got quite a few options. So it's about carefully weighing up those options and deciding what it is that you want to do. I always give the guidance that when you're making options in terms of your career path, life purpose, you're going to be there for a long time, okay? So think about something that's really going to make you joyful, that really aligns with your heart flow and what you love doing. Because you're going to want to show up, yeah? You're going to want to go, oh yeah, instead of going, oh God, I hate going to work. Yeah. We've all been there. We all been there. All right. Let's pull you some guidance on your general energies from the Goddess Guidance deck, and let's see what's happening for you, Aries, in July. This one so wants to come out with you. Okay. You've also pulled Nematoma, Sacred Space. It's actually sitting under practice. So it may be that you need to connect more into your spirituality, have some more time out for meditation, quiet contemplation, particularly if life is busy, taking time for self. Sacred space is also about creating a sacred space in your home. The fact you've also got crystals, yeah, the two and two go together. Crystals, candles, incense. Also, it could be just connecting to a sacred space that means a lot to you, where you can meditate and contemplate, which could be somewhere of religious orientation, or it could be out in nature. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm pulling this up for you. So this next card I'm going to show you, under career change, which is all about, yes, you are supported, it's going to bring you abundance. You also got infinite abundance, by the way. Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and answered. The divine has heard you. So if you've been stressing, you've been worrying, you've been going through some deep challenges, just know that behind the scenes, it's going to be resolved. Often that happens with a little interference from ourselves. Okay, there's two here that want to come out for you. Under the Builder card, you've pulled Sekhmet, be strong. So often this means that your strength and your independence are integral to your success. Gorgeous. It also says that you're stronger than you think you are. It will lead you to a happy outcome. And this is so important. Diana, focused intent. So if you want that abundance to come in, you do have to make steps yourself in order to figure out what it is that you want. But it's also about having plans and goals and taking the steps you're guided to take to bring more wealth and abundance into your life. You can't just rely on it and going, you can put as much manifestation out there as you'd like, particularly if you're going through challenging things, and ask for your abundance flow to open. Absolutely, absolutely. You also have to take steps to bring that abundance towards you. All right. Under infinite abundance, right next to Diana. Bright future, Lakshmi. The message is stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I feel like, Aries, some of you, a lot of you are thinking about changing career path. Absolutely. Or going up the food chain in terms of the career that you're already in, but it's going to take a leap of faith and confidence and courage and trust. Or it can be something totally different. I'm excited for you. There's a lot of support here for you if that's what you're thinking. Under options, you pulled Mother Earth, Malu. So this is indicated that you have a great connection to Mother Earth. It's something that sets your soul alight in terms of brings you peace, inner peace. So when you're weighing up those options, get your feet on the ground, Mother Earth, out in nature. And a little struggle talk there. In fact, you've also got sacred space. Any challenges coming up, give them to your angels. The way you're going to deal with it in July is to release that to the universe. Gorgeous. All right, let's have a look at your energies in terms of the crystal deck. It's a crystal healing deck, so it'll often let us know if there's anything holding us back or what we need to let go of. All right, what does Aries need to know in July? I have to say, your reading's a little off the charts already. Oh, yes. So many cards here to say that you're protected. Black tourmaline, you're divinely protected at this time. So just have trust and faith and go for it. The divine has your back. Okay, that one dropped out. This also came up for Taurus. Red jasper, healthy boundaries. Make sure, I'm going to say to you, for those of you that are thinking about changing career life path, you are going to have to be firm with what it is that you want to achieve with the people around you. And just when you want to go for something, There's always people that are going to be in your circle that are going to arc up a bit because they're worried or concerned for you. It's their fear-based thoughts. Often, if you're thinking of doing something that's quite out there, it can challenge the norms. It can challenge what people are comfortable with. That's not your burden to bear. You need to put healthy boundaries in place in that instance. Also, if your spirituality is rising, you can attract lower negative vibrational energies to you. So it's about being very mindful of who's in your circle. You really want to surround yourself with positive, supportive people. Okay. What else does Aries need to know? Give me a clear message, please. What are you going to do? Oh. I love it when I ask for a clear message and it flies across the room. Okay, it's actually come out reversed, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'll show it to you reversed, upside down. You've actually got rose quartz, inner child. Okay, so upside down, it means that you have done a lot of work. If your inner child has been hurt in the past, and often this can happen from challenging experiences, it can happen from family. Maybe perhaps not fitting in with your family, maybe family's being dysfunctional. Just know that the work you've done has paid off, okay? You're well on the path to healing, and just to be strong. The fact that it's sitting right under Be Strong and right next to healthy boundaries, it's about putting boundaries in place with family and friends, yeah, and even partners if they're not supporting what you. You got to stand up for yourself. Oh yes. Green on trust. Trust everything's going to work out okay. You got so many messages about this. Sitting under Diana, focused intent. Trust that the steps that you're about to take are going to lead you to success. You actually just had two fall out for you then. Okay, the first one. I'm actually not surprised that this has come through. So petrified wood, ancestors. So a couple of meanings here. It can mean that your ancestors are supporting you on the side as you change careers. It is sitting under bright future and infinite abundance. They're rah-rahing, cheering you on the sidelines. It can also mean that you've come through with inner wisdom, that you just go, I don't know where that comes from, but I have this inner knowing about what it is that I want to do, the skills and the abilities that I have. Also, just be wary of past life stuff coming up for you, and in that instance, put healthy boundaries in place. Oh, not surprised it's come out. It's denied conflict. Just know that, yeah, there's going to be, it's not going to apply to everybody. In July, possibly some conflicts coming, which is why you've got this. Yeah, healthy boundaries. However, you have so many cards here about trust and protection. Yeah. Hello. There's a miracle coming. And so much about, I love this card. I mean, these two are right underneath each other. Infinite abundance and bright future. Gorgeous. So just know whatever conflict's coming up, you can handle it. Be strong. Be empowered. Okay. I'm going to pull you some specific guidance from the Angel Tarot, and let's see what you need to know, Aries. Okay. 3 just flew out. All your cards are just flying out. They are. Okay. So the first one you pulled is 5 of Air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation, and it's basically saying review everybody's intentions. Yeah. So just watch out for, I'm going to say, deceptive behavior behind your back, trying to trip you up in terms of your success. Just watch out for that. It can be in your workspace, your career. Watch out for that. I'm going to say for a bit of power game going on is the message coming through. I think there's also perhaps in the past you've made some unwise choices in terms of your career, your life path, life purpose. Don't beat yourself up about it. Forgive yourself and move on, and make wiser choices as you move forward. Just know that it's sitting above protection, so below protection, so you're going to be fine. The way to cope for that is to tap into your spirituality, which is sitting above that. Okay. Under expect a miracle and healthy boundaries. 10 of Air. You've been through a difficult situation. This card is an indication that it is coming to an end. Expect things to get better now. Beautiful. And Queen of Water, it's all about your relationships developing to a new level, trusting your own intuition and guidance, taking care of yourself, lots of self-love for self and others, being gentle, being kind, empathetic. Just know that you're strong enough to deal with anything sitting under your strength. Okay. Such clear messages, I have to say. You've pulled Archangel Zedekiel. It's all about balance. It's all about compromise, balance, cooperation, waiting for perfect timing. It also, in terms of balance, is balancing yourself, making sure you ground yourself. It's sitting under trust and divine timing. You'll know when you're ready. You'll know when you're ready. Okay, let's pull you a couple more. What else does Aries need to know? I'm going, because I wanted to pull you 2, but 3 came out, which means they're meant to come out, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so you've also got the Ace of Water, so you've already got an indication that your relationship, if you're in a relationship, that it's deepening to a deeper level. It's also an indication for those of you looking for love. It's about falling in love with somebody new, the resurgence of your existing relationship, possibly moving to a new home. Gorgeous. Okay. So under the Bright Future card and under Ancestors and an Infinite Abundance, you've pulled the 5 of Water, and this is really interesting. I would say to you that this is possibly a challenge about your mindset. Things not turning out how you expected. Often when that happens, it's leading us onto a better path for more beautiful things to come into our life. Not seeing the positive side of things, crying over spilled milk. Let it go, Aries. Move on. You've got so much here that's amazing. Yeah, you've got to let the past go. I don't think it's much. It's just you pull yourself up in terms of about being more mindful of what you're saying to yourself. Yeah, and you've also pulled under conflict, 7 of Air. So you might have some plans and big goals and dreams that you want to do, but they might need a bit of revision first. Poor timing, it's saying more going on than meets the eye. I think the fact that you've also got this one, which is behind the scenes, just be wary of that. The fact it's sitting under conflict. You might have conflict in terms of competing priorities with other people, whether that's with your love relationship, your partnership, your family, or whether it's at work. But just know you're divinely protected. You're going to be fine. Okay. I'm going to pull you some crowning energy. One from Rumi. And we're also going to pull you one from the Lightworker Oracle. Let's see what you need to know, Aries, in July. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. You've pulled, I surge on the uprising wave of love. And if you haven't seen any, if this is the first time you've watched one of my readings, they give the most amazing guidance. And also going to pull you a card from the Lightworker Oracle deck. And this one, sorry, shuffle that. This one gives you much higher spiritual guidance in terms of connecting with the divine. Your messages just want to come out straight away. Won't even let me finish saying what I'm going to say. Oh, wow. Yeah, they can be highly spiritual. Take you up to the next level, yeah. So, spiritual decree, and I have to say to you, this is a new deck, so it's just the second time I'm using them for readings, and the messages have been absolutely amazing. Okay, let's have a look at the first one. Now, the messages can be a bit long, so if you want to grab yourself a cuppa and come back, but they're so worth listening to. All right, this is number 5, if it means anything to you. Okay. I'll show it to you one more time before we start. It's so beautiful. And what it says, Aries, is, my life can be summed up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, I was burned. Rumi, sometimes they can be so quirky. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly. flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel the truth of her love, and divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. Greater forces of planetary movements affect us all. We experience day and night through the interplay of the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon. This is profound and obvious effect. The movements of the cosmos affect us deeply, body and soul. Some movements are perhaps less obvious in form, but they are just as great, if not more so, in effect upon our spiritual growth and life experiences. You are going through a cycle, or very soon will be, by which you will be moved by forces greater than your own personal will. This is a karmic period of time during which the movements of greater planetary bodies will have an impact upon the Earth and humanity. This is the way of things, greater cycles affecting smaller ones. The smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great, in oneness with the magnificent unfolding divinity that is life itself. What we always have at our disposal is choice as to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. However, if we sense at one level that a shift has a positive end in store for us, we can encounter resistance and fear, born of the ego in response to the stirring of spiritual uprising. We may quake in our holy body and wonder if everything is getting out of control and into some disorder. We will be right in our sense of imminent chaos. The disorder, however, is the ego perspective because its range of vision is too small, too limited to comprehend the greater workings of the planetary systems that move life towards love. This is how it should be. The teacup is not made to hold the ocean, just actually a cup of tea. But if we begin to imagine that the cup of tea is preferable to the ocean simply because it is more containable, how much we miss out on. And how terrifying when we actually are thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Its sheer power, its wild force, its passionate dance with the Moon Mother might have us fearing that we most certainly will die. Yet the only thing dying here, and now is in your grasp, is your attempts at control. Why? Because your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trusting surrender of the unfoldment of life's genius. It wants to let life happen to us, and what a wise intention this is. Why seek to impose a smaller and less interesting story upon life when the great master storyteller is weaving a fantastic tale of great love, great adventure, and sublime spiritual success? No, it is wiser, wild, and more fun to surf the wave of great consciousness seeking to overtake you now. Dive in, beloved, surge with it. You have been given a gift of grace in this oracle, the promise you won't drown, and that you will in fact be given a glimpse of your own divinity, should you choose to accept whatever will be offered to you. Don't try and swim against the tide of your own life journey. Go with it. The divine is there waiting for you, orchestrating waves upon which you may reach the heavenly shore. Yes, the divine is waiting for you, waiting on a picnic blanket of fabric made of the heavens, with a sacred feast of earthy bounty just now being unpacked in your honor. Get yourself into that ocean and ride those waves to your sacred date with the divine right now, sweet beloved. Surf's up. This oracle comes with a message for you. There are changes happening and they will be out of your control. This is because you are ready for accelerated life change. Rather than paddling, you'll be caught up in a wave and moved farther, faster. Let yourself surge on with the energy of what is happening, leading with your heart and just going with whatever unfolds. This will bring you the best fortune and open you up to the divine destiny that is your birthright in this lifetime. Wow. And there's a sacred honoring ritual, Aries. And what it says is, place your hands on your heart and say the following. The grace of life touches my heart and I am courageous. I surge, I rise, I meet the divine beloved in every twist and turn. I journey home on the wave of love, and I graciously accept the hand of the Divine Beloved, guiding me now through love, mercy, and grace. So be it. Close your eyes and focus on your heart, and if you wish, you might like to intend to connect to a feeling of love for your heart, wise guide that it is. And when you feel you are done, you have completed your sacred honoring ritual. Wow, so beautiful. And so in tune with, for those of you that want to change career, yeah. All right, let's have a look at your last oracle card. It's the Spiritual Decree, 41. I'm as intrigued as you are as to what this says, because I've actually not read this card before. Yeah, and what it says, Aries, is: you've been wondering what will happen in your life next, not realizing how much power you have to decide that for yourself. What do you wish to have happen next? Are you willing to use your divine birthright of free will, voice, and empowerment to set the cosmic wheels in motion? If your answer is yes, then it is time to speak your truth to the universe. Decree it, and you shall be it. You've been praying for help, asking for a map and wanting directions. You're wise in the ways of the receptive, responsive approach to life. It is spiritually mature to trust the greater guiding power of the divine to direct your course. And yet the wishes in your heart are part of how that happens. Divine destiny is not something that just happens to you, but it is something that you co-create as a living spiritual being with free will and divine love beating in your heart. Oh my goodness, it goes hand in hand with the previous one, doesn't it? Absolutely. You're being honoured for your ability to ask for guidance and wait for signs. You're also being asked to set intention and develop faith in yourself, to trust in what your heart yearns for and what you love so much that you are willing to go through the discomfort of growth to see it come to life. It is time for you to experience the seeing of your intention blossom into manifestation. This does not mean that you have to make things happen. You are not responsible for how your manifestation occurs. The universe unfolds according to its own genius, of course, but you are responsible for the words, beliefs, and intentions you express that are the seeds of your personal creations. The universe then responds in its own wise and powerful way. Such an important message. When this oracle card comes to you, it is time to speak your truth. What does your heart truly yearn for? Focus on it and say it aloud. Don't be afraid to speak your dreams, your desires, your wishes, and your fantasies. Sometimes it is only in the daring to speak them aloud that we really understand what we want. This can be terrifying, liberating, exciting, and a life-changing moment. It is the moment that we grow into a spiritual adult, becoming willing to take responsibility for our own life journey. Will you speak your heart truths now? Feel your words moving the energy from deep within, transforming your truth into sound and releasing it as intent into the universe. Don't worry about finding the perfect words, just speak freely from your heart. Give yourself permission to express your deepest desires and then let them go and trust. Gorgeous. I'm going to say to you, for those of you that want to, I'd love for you, if you've been holding on to your deepest dreams, desires, wishes, and you've not expressed them, pop them in the comments box below. We'll all high five you just for being brave enough to put them out there to the universe. Yeah. All right. And there's an invocation here, which is the last part of your reading, Aries, and what it says is, by the divine authority in me, I intend to create, attract, and enjoy for the greatest good of all a life of abundance in love, well-being, fulfillment, joy, and wisdom. I am willing to take the journey to grow into the fullest expression of my beautiful and true self. May these words be divinely empowered to create my reality. Love, peace, happiness, trust, surrender, strength, grace. And if there's something you want to create in addition to this, express it aloud now. May the power of voice and decree, the power of spiritual authority, always be tempered by grace and divine mercy. Through unconditional love and my own free will, so be it. Wow. amazingly beautiful. If you like this reading, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are already subscribed, you're rockin' awesome. Don't forget, if you want a personal reading with me, link is on this video and in the description box below. And if you want to win that personal reading, don't forget to opt into my blog and you're going to the monthly competition draw. And for now, much love, much light. Namaste.